Oh, wait, okay, what up? Howdy, gang. Going back to Massive Effect. Weird that it booted me to the menu. From the launcher, it had, like, start game and continue. I hit continue and, like, put me there. Still, like, quick load after I hit a button, but still. Anyways, we just did all the citadel slog, and they gave us a ship. We're now a Spectre. And, yeah. I'm about to take off. I don't know if I talk to Joker, if I just go right to the map, but...
Commander!
It's one of those.
Something you need?
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
As if we haven't been flying together for a while.
Didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
What are you talking about? Are you sick?
You mean you didn't know? Oh, crap. Okay, I've got Vrolik syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack! It's very dramatic, but I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy
What about,
in
like,
my hands,
G-forces from flying, though?
Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you know, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
That could be cool.
I have to go.
Alright, see ya.
I mean, Joker's an asshole, right? That's why he got his nickname. I want to try and minimize how much time we spent just talking, because I've obviously seen these conversations quite a few times. I mean, obviously the companions, if you want to develop relationships and stuff, get their unique companion quests, you gotta talk to them, but like Joker, he's not one of them. Yeah, people thought he couldn't do it, and he did it, and he was like, yeah, fuck you. So that's his whole thing. He's the best. XO Presley.
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though.
We're all on the same team here, Presley.
With all due respect, sir, that's what they said about Nihilus. Look how that turned out.
He died like that. He didn't turn on us.
I'm in charge here, Presley. I decide if we have non-humans on this vessel.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, sir.
Right, fuck off, Presley. FTL comms. Codex. It's probably just a galactic map then. Supposedly constructed by long extinct Protheans. It'd be nice if they had like controls on the bottom. I'm gonna try right click maybe or escape. Okay, it's escape. Yeah, you do like levels. You pick a solar system within a cluster, and you can look at the planets that they're in. There's only like a few. We focus mostly in this region for this game, but like if you pick up a data pad and it has like a new point of interest, maybe something else will open up elsewhere. Obviously Earth is like around here-ish, I think. Surprised it's not actually available. Usually you go and look to like see history, at least, if you don't land on it directly. Why is this all sparkly? And like this is basically Alliance space. This half up here is more like outlaw territory. These are a little sus up there. Asteroid? Asgard. Oh, it's an asteroid again. Obviously, we don't have like a free-flying ship, and we kind of do, but it's for like short-range travel. You can think of these limited destinations as just like places with mass relays, these fucking things. So you can assume that like whatever planets are around here, or at least at some point habitable. That's why the mass relay was built. Usually if it's highlighted, it's because there's a quest somewhere in the area. But there are also just like little planets. Oh, here's Eden Prime. That's probably why it's available. And the rest of these are like gas giants, probably. Class 1 colonization prospects. Okay, looks like the asteroid's the only thing to do here. Metallic asteroid originally located at the trailing Lagrange point in the gas giant Bohr with increased development at Terra Nova. New orbital port facility was necessary due to shortage of funding, and decided to mine out X57 used to recover resources, finish out the interior for habitation. The asteroid was declared from Bohr's orbit using fusion torches, allowing it to fall into orbit at Terra Nova. Recently, communications with the engineering team on X57 have been lost. Fusion torches have reignited, and the asteroid is accelerating towards Terra Nova. So they pushed this away so they can mine it for this planet, which is a large colony. And the rocket boosters they slapped to it just turned back on, so this thing's barreling towards the planet. Remember this, it was probably a DLC mission.
Sensors reveal 3 fusion torches propelling Asteroid X57. At its current rate of acceleration, the asteroid will collide with Terra Nova in approximately 4 hours. Analysis. Torches must be disabled to cease the acceleration.
Hello. I heard your transmission. You hear me? You haven't found me yet, but I can't talk long. Shut down the fusion torches. I'm going to die. God, I hope you're hearing this.
Alright, this is the Mako, which is like a... I think a Mako is a kind of shark. And it's just a rover. It's got little boosters. It controls like shit. And it's not that bad, but like, as you can see, it's a little slidey, slow. You gotta wait. It's like full physics controlled.
I don't know who you are, but I'm... Damn it.
I feel like there's a way to snipe with this thing. I might just be remembering the one from Andromeda. Oh, there it is. I don't think that, like, controlling the car itself is, like, the worst part of this, but a lot of these planets are very barren, and there's not much interesting stuff to do. It is a good way to, like, get experience really quick, though, to start the game. It could be worse. It's just, when you do get out and go into, like, a mine or, like, a ship, it's always, like, a same thing, like, copy-paste, a little series of rooms. One of these fucking things. How do I exit? I remember not having hotkeys. Is this part of the legendary? Oh, they're up there actually. I see them. Equip some of these. These guys are kind of like the Krogans, like they're just universally hated. Most of them are like criminals for some reason. Very unnatural feeling delay on your melee frequency. I don't know why my gun stopped shooting. Fucking dry rotted tires.
I'm reading that the torch is offline.
Who are you? What's going on?
My name's Kate Bowman. I'm an engineer. I was part of the team assigned to bring this asteroid to Terra Nova.
We were attacked yesterday by Batarian extremists. I've been hiding since they arrived. I think they know the torch went out.
Why are they doing this?
I don't know, but if this asteroid isn't slowed, millions of people on Terra Nova are going to die.
If I find out anything, I've
gotta go. Good luck.
Good luck. You level up, and we did. Does anyone have decryption? Allie? I feel like you would. She needs one more point to hack, bro. What the hell? Pass. Barely damage increase for one shot. Oh, wait, I can use it anyways. Cool, 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 cool. Liberator hammer, eh. The hell are you?
Hey.
Hey. Asshole.
I didn't mean to. Are you hurt?
Idiot.
You can't go firing your weapon at everything that moves. What the hell's wrong with you?
Sorry. I thought you were one of them.
Here's a tip. 2 eyes, human. 4 eyes, Batarian.
Yeah, okay. I'll remember that.
I know you're scared, but I'm here to help. Commander Shepard with the Alliance.
I wanted to
Simon,
keep busting his
Simon
balls. He's like, no,
I'm the
wait,
chief
I'm good
engineer
now.
on this rock. Listen, we don't have much time. The Batarians fired up the fusion torches. You've got to shut them down before we hit Terra Nova. There are 4 million people down there, Shepard. My family, they live in Aronis. My kids and grandkids. Nice communities, good schools.
Batarians everywhere, and I need to shut down all 3 torches. Anything else I should know?
One of the torches is surrounded by live blasting caps. We were set up to excavate when we arrived at Terra Nova. I rigged them with proximity detectors. That tank of yours will set them off, so you'll have to go in on foot. Even then, they'll explode if you get too close. Just go slow and easy. You should be fine.
You set them up. Can you disable them?
Not from here. No. There are manual controls by the entrance to the torch facility inside the blast zone. You can disarm the caps there. One last thing. I had a crew working off-site when the attack hit. I'm worried about them. These Batarians are ruthless. I saw them smash the faceplates of guys working vacuum. And those Varen, I don't think they always wait for a corpse before feeding.
I'll look for them, but the torches have to be my priority.
Yeah.
Alright, we have like a day.
Saving Terra Nova is more important than my team. There were a bunch of engineers over at the main facility, but they're probably all dead. That or being held hostage by the Batarians.
A woman named Kate Bowman contacted me. The Batarians haven't found her yet.
Katie's alive? She's one of my best engineers. She signed on with her brother, Aaron, I think his name is. He's part of the security detail. I hope they're okay.
You'd better find a good place to hide. If the Batarians come back and find you.
Yeah. I think I'll make myself scarce. Good luck, Shepard.
Tone of that was wrong. Bad line read. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I gotta find a place to hide. You better find a place to hide. They'd be like, you better find a place to hide. Like, you know, more of a suggestion than a sort of agreement, I guess. This might be too steep, but this thing is pretty good at going up hills. There's probably like a path around it. Oh yeah, the booster will launch you straight off the wall. Data link turned into several survey stations and restored. Survey station locations are now shown on your map. Okay. Victim was badly beaten before being killed with a pistol shot at the back of the head at close range, like he surrendered only to be executed by sadistic captors. Central transmission towers on the fritz. No one even listened to the warnings about single points of failure. Surprise our surface comms work half as well as they do. When Sod shows up and leave me, I'll go and see the girl back up and running. Oh, we already fixed it, so don't worry about it. Found a dead guy though, that's something. I do have a game to talk about a bit later, but for now, we could just go over the Game Awards, and there isn't much to say considering the Expedition 33 is apparently like the greatest game ever. It's won like half the damn awards. Oh, what a boring show, you know, like... I've seen the graphs. Apparently last year's Game Awards had like more viewership than the Super Bowl.
Warning. Boundaries exceeded. Commencing recall.
What? No! No! So yeah, it is kind of like a big deal. There were a lot of eyes on it, but then you could just have like a show where one thing won all the awards. And even if it is the greatest game ever, I haven't played it. I'm just like, that's a little lame. Like, we should be celebrating a lot of different things. I saw specifically Warhorse is very upset about Kingdom Come. They called it a double, oopsie. I don't know about that, right? Maybe Expedition 33 is a better game. Again, I haven't fucking played it, but... So, like, that can win Game of the Year. I don't have an issue with that. But, like, Best RPG, you're nuts. People are gonna hate on me for calling it a JRPG because it's French, but, you know, it's that style of game, and I don't feel like those are very good for role-playing at all. Like, you're playing a set character, you barely get to customize them even, like, mechanically. Like, you don't pick stats or anything. I think you might in Expedition 33, or there's at least, like, the Picto system, which is, like, like, badges or something, like in Paper Mario. I'm not entirely sure, but I know there is something to that. But still, like, the characters are themselves. You're not really, like, influencing the story in any meaningful way most of the time. I just consider them, like, action strategy games more than RPGs. Compared to Kingdom Come, which lets you do, like, fucking everything, and you have to, like, actually be the character and eat and sleep and shit and wash your ass, and it's just not... I don't understand how that could have gotten it for Best RPG, you know? Your boy Huge Charles got Best Streamer. Doesn't even want to acknowledge it. I mean, I'm surprised he hasn't, like, won or been before, because whenever they show those announcements, I never even know who they are.
I can hear them out there prowling around, trying to find a way in. It sounds like they're attaching something to the door. If I don't make it, tell my family I love them.
No, streamer was a separate category. Best content creator, so someone who makes videos, you know. And honestly, I will give it to him. Like, he has been doing, like, a lot of different stuff. He kind of stopped doing the moist meter. He's been doing, like, food tier lists and ghost hunting and all kinds of other wacky shit. I don't know where he gets his money. He says he donates all of it. He has an esports team that, like, hemorrhages money as well, you know. Yeah, he really has been going hog wild, so, you know, he deserves some recognition for that. Ah. Yeah, again, it's just really weird that one game won, like, all the fucking awards. That's crazy. All the meaningful ones, at least. And there are, honestly, a few small ones that they just, like, read out between speeches. Just, like, rapid fire on that. I've always thought that was, like, a weird part of the show. Like, yeah, strategy games, nobody cares about this genre. We'll just read that one real quick, and then don't call anyone up to the stage or anything. But here's fucking Girls Make Games. They made a fucking little camp project that's not even out yet, and we're gonna give them an award. And don't get me wrong, it's a cute thing, alright? I like that kids are making games, but still. They like literally said they're gonna work with a publisher to make it into a bigger thing now. So like the thing is not out and you're still getting an award. That's a little weird when you've like just did a quick little read off to someone who did make a full thing. Oh, I fucked up. I guess those little poles in the ground were the little mines. Don't tell me I'm all the way back to when I exited this. Oh my fucking god. I completely forgot about this part. This is like another big reason I hate the fucking Mako. It doesn't auto-save. Like nearly as often as it does when you're on foot. So if you mess up, like you run to a thresher maul and you fail to kill it. Oops. Lost like 10 goddamn minutes. Right, and there were a lot of trailers too, of course. I like that that became part of the show because it helps keep your attention. And honestly, most of them were pretty fire. Like, there were a lot of just the cinematic reveal things that are mostly for hype's sake, but, like, there were a couple things with actual gameplay or updates on stuff that we've already heard about, and, like, it's mostly looking good. Even, like, the shitty hero shooter, they saved that for the end. Like, people are complaining about it because it looks, like, very derivative, like, all the abilities and things you've seen in other games already. But, like, I don't know. I probably won't play it, but give it a chance, alright? Like, it could be fun. Yeah, like, maybe this ability's in Valorant, but Valorant's like a Counter-Strike clone, right? It's not like a MOBA or anything. Like, that's... I'm sure there's characters with similar abilities in Deadlock that are in Valorant too, but, like, Deadlock's a regular MOBA where you gotta push lanes and farm money and shit, so, like, you know, it's different. Like, you gotta see what the game does that's unique. Aside from the characters, like, you know, every game is allowed to have a fireball, right? You can't complain about a fireball being an ability in something, you know. But, like, specifically for my excitement, like, things that they showed gameplay of, I think that No Law looks really cool. It's like a cyberpunk cop game in future New York City. Super down for that. And there's also the Bradley the Badger. It gives me Conquer vibes. It's got Grant Kirkhope doing music. Apparently it's the team that made the Mario and Rabbids games. Snarky Badger has some game design stuff, you know, like morph levels on the fly. I'm super down for that. And the zombie game too. I think it's called Toxic Commando. It looked like kind of awesome. The trailer made it like look generic with all the text and stuff, but like there's a lot of zombies, there's swarming, there's a good gore and chunkies, there's vehicles and shit, like, that looks fun. Good gore is a very important part of a good zombie game. What caught me off guard was Control Resin, and it looks like it's trying to be like a Devil May Cry kind of game. Now, I love the Control universe, I want to stick with it, but I don't think Remedy has ever made anything that wasn't like a third-person shooter. So I'm a little concerned about that. There is FBC Firebreak, which is first person, but I don't think that game did too well. Like, it's a different kind of game from what they usually do, so, like, it's entirely possible that team only knows how to make one kind of game. I really want it to be good, but, like, you know, I'm got some skepticism for it.
This is Dr. Himes. They found me, damn Batarians. I can hear them out there prowling around, trying to find a way in. It sounds like they're attaching something to the door. If I don't make it, tell my family I'm
What, they're doing a new Old Republic game? Casey Hudson, who made Mass Effect and the original 2 Old Republic games, directing it in, like, his new studio. That's awesome. Cinematic trailer, I don't know what kind of game it is, though they described it as a single-player action RPG, so, like, I don't know if that means it's not gonna be a party-based thing like KOTOR was. Like, are we getting Star Wars Skyrim finally? I'd be down for either one. I'm just like, what is it? Please tell me more. I need to know. I'm dying to know. It's like a Star Wars RPG. There hasn't been one in a while. The Cal Kestis games are great and all, but, like, it's not the same thing. What is this question mark? And the new Divinity trailer, that one kind of, like, made me question my whole worldview, right? Like, it's just called Divinity, but they said it was a continuation of this saga, which means, like, it's a sequel to Eco Draconis. And I think what the trailer showed was, like, they captured Damien, and they, like, threw a festival and burned him alive in the center of the town, and that, like, went kind of bad, because he had a demon in him, of course. But, like, I thought Damien was already dead. Like, the expansion for 2, you, like, destroy his flying fortress. I thought he just blows up with it. Like, that's what happens in that cutscene. I thought that was the end of it. It was a bit, like, anticlimactic, honestly, but, like, is that not what happened? Did we, like, make the world worse by killing the guy, releasing demons and shit? Computer is filled with operation logs and personal journals for a small pirate music station operated by engineers. Script several promotional messages. Okay.
Hear me? All kinds of interference. Damn. Sorry. There's a lot of feedback. And if I can fix it. In the meantime, just keep doing...
Pirate radio probably causes interference, so that might be a good thing for me. Anyways, I can at least say, like, confidently that Divinity is not going to be, like, an original Sin-style game. I don't know if it's going to be, like, a top-down action game either, but, like, my money's honestly on a new third-person or action RPG.
Ground-penetrating radar detects anti-vehicle demolitions nearby. Proceed on foot.
Fuck you. explosive barrel.
Contacts, Commander.
Oh, geez. So specifically, this controversy I kind of forgot about, but like for the voice actor category, almost all of them were also from Expedition 33. Yeah, I get it. The game is just like awesome in every possible category, but I feel like you should maybe only have one voice per game. Like pick the best of the bunch so you can have more representation at least, even if it is gonna go to them. Obviously, I do need to pick the game up still. Like, I'm going to buy it, you know, whenever the Steam holiday sale starts. I'll get it for myself for Christmas, but I don't know if I'm going to play it right away. Like, I feel like I should because it's, like, relevant and cool, but I also know it's not that long. But I've been sitting on Sea of Stars for a while. I'm actually planning to start soon. Like, I just finished the Mario and Luigi Brothership. That's what we're going to talk about later. That's why I didn't start it just yet, but now I'm going to soon, maybe later tonight. You know, the thing is, before I was like, yeah, I can wait, like, it looks awesome, but this isn't, like, my favorite genre game or anything, you know, I don't love the JRPG. But now, like, this thing has the impression that it's, like, the greatest game ever, having been nominated for more awards and winning more of them in one thing than, like, any other game in fucking history. It's like social engineering, you know? It's like making me think that I missed out on a thing of a lifetime. Not that it's going anywhere, but still. I feel like playing it now after the fact, I'm just gonna end up disappointed in some respect, right? There's no way it can hold up to such like a godlike reputation. But from everything I've heard, I just might. Bitch.
Are you there? You've got to hurry. You've really pissed them off. Their leader's setting charges everywhere. I think he's going to blow this whole facility.
Get away from there!
Don't shoot, please! No!
With all his noses.
Who's shutting down the torches? I won't ask her again.
You could just say, I don't know,
Find
right?
this problem and deal with it. Get her out of here!
They were still on comm. Shepard could have said something too. She's like, I am, bitch. I will find you and I will kill you. I have a very specific set of skills. Oh man, can I just Shepard's voice like Liam Neeson though? I would have liked being able to pick voices at least. Like, I remember Saints Row, those games always had like a selection of celebrity voice actors for you to choose from. Oh, another controversial category to me was like the best adaptation, like for movies and shows. Like The Last of Us Part 2 won. I heard great things about Season 1 of The Last of Us, but I heard Part 2 was like kind of bombed, honestly. Like, it like went off the script or something. Again, I haven't played the games, I haven't watched the show either. I was honestly thinking about watching the show instead of playing the games because I don't want to play the game. It's just not my style of thing, but now I don't even know about that. What, Minecraft movie was like mid. Right, I heard it wasn't like very interesting as a movie. It was just okay. Had some funny moments, I guess. Stupid meme where people ruined movie theaters. That was really upsetting to see as someone who used to like professionally clean. Devil May Cry anime. Still haven't watched it. I heard it's pretty alright, but like they picked a bad story to cover. Like they adapted 2, which barely had a story to begin with, but then they also like changed some of the lore. But like I think that's okay in a way, like as long as they are like, different from the get-go, it's okay for them to do a different version of the character. As opposed to The Last of Us, which was faithful before flipping the script randomly. And the Splinter Cell show I didn't even know existed. I hope it's good. I kind of want to check it out. Like, is that really all that they did this year? Was there not like a new Sonic movie or anything? I haven't seen any of those, but I heard they're all awesome. What, did they do, like, Season 2 of Castlevania Nocturne? I would hope that's something. I didn't like Season 1 very much, but... Again, I can hope, like, what, they taught Richter how to use magic at some point, like, maybe he's gonna stop being a bitch and Season 2 could have been good. I don't know, but it's on, like, my backlog. It's not, like, high priority, because, again, I didn't like the first part. I don't know why I'd like the second, but, like, I have hope. I want it to be good because I love Castlevania. Speaking of, there were like some leaked screenshots for the Legend of Zelda movie. Nothing really to go on, just like the characters in their costumes sitting in a field. You got Link and Zelda. They went with, like, Breath of the Wild appearance Zelda, but then, like, green tunic wearing Link, which, honestly, is the right move. Like, you should always have the green tunic. But I'm concerned as to what a Legend of Zelda movie could even be. Like, unless it's a fucking multi-part anthology, I feel like the adventure just isn't going to be grand enough. You're supposed to, like, go all over the kingdom and solve their problems. How are you going to do that in one movie? You need to release the Baron. Or they say Baron, like the dog things. I honestly like that you like auto loot when you kill guys. I just wish there was a little more fanfare to it. Like you picked up a cool item, you'd be like, wow, you just have like a little glowy pop up or something.
Think we're good, Commander?
Well, it is mostly just money and XP you get from enemies. You pick up equipment from crates and shit. I think there are a few exceptions though, like bosses maybe. Oh, there is another thing I want to talk about. They announced Gang of Dragon, right? This is some independent studio nobody heard of, but the director you should have heard of because he's the guy who was the head of RGG. Like, he made Yakuza. I thought it was a Yakuza game at first, but then it was like, wait, this has nothing to do with Sega, and I was confused. But no, it is the guy. And apparently he left Sega because I guess they're selling out or something. Like, I want you to look at this. So they delisted Yakuza 0, the original, in favor of the director's cut, which does have the English dub, but like they want you to pay more money. It is only $15, so that's not too bad. But then they also re-released Yakuza Kiwami 1 and 2, which are already like the definitive remakes of those two games, and all they added was text translations for various languages aside from English. There's nothing else different in these, and they want you to repurchase the entire fucking thing. I think they do give you a discount price if you own the current Kiwami 1 and 2, but like, what the fuck is this? They just like invented some bullshit reason, something that should have been like a free patch so they can sell it more in these places where the language is relevant. Just to like make it look like a new product and keep the price high for longer, as if they could just not put the game on sale. Like, that's always a choice they can make. So I'm a little worried about this. Like, I really want whatever is next for Yakuza to be awesome, and I hope that like most of the team is still there to help with that, but like their director left. That's pretty big news to me. Gang of Dragon looks sick though. It's got like cars and miniguns and shit and fat Kiryu. I don't mean that in a derogative way. I just think it's funny that he's like big Kiryu. It's like he's bigger and better, you know?
Hold it right there. This doesn't have to end in bloodshed.
Oh, you. I got like a lot of equipment to look through. I have a Banshee 2 right now. Accuracy and the Avenger's kind of shit. It does more damage though. might keep the Banshee. General damage protection probably trumps these special ones, you know. I honestly forget what she's able to use. I think it's just pistols. Oh, fuck that. Damage versus organics. It has no downside. Cooldown reduction. Hold on. So, Tally... Yeah, she used pistols and eventually shotguns. So I'm wearing heavy armor, actually. May want that. I don't think this affects, like, your movement speed or anything. It just has better stats. It's supposed to be limited by what class you are, but, like, kind of made to be a tank. Oh, that looks badass. Dig the white and orange. This is like, the final suit you get in Guardians of the Galaxy. Also amazing game, similar to Mass Effect. Definitely check it out. Nobody talks about it. I talked about it at some point. I give it like a glowing review. I fucking love that game.
We can do this the hard way.
I think it's on sale right now.
Peacefully.
I didn't think you Batarians knew the meaning of the word.
Look, I'm just doing my job here. Hijacking this rock wasn't my idea. I signed on to make a little profit. A quick slave grab, nothing more.
Slave grab?
This isn't just a slave grab anymore. Millions of people are gonna die.
Don't you think I know that? I'm just following orders here. If it were up to me, we'd have already left.
Well, it's not too late. You can still leave.
I don't want them to leave. They're slavers, bro.
Alive and sell my hide out of spite. Crazy bastard. This whole mission's gone to hell, and I'm gonna pay for it.
So why do you listen to him?
Good question. I had a bad feeling about this from the moment we landed. Now Balak wants you dead. And what Balak wants, Balak gets. I can't change that.
Spoken like a true lackey. You get me out of here and I'll take care of Balak. Or you can take your chances with me.
Huh. An interesting proposal. It certainly has benefits over the current situation. Shut it down. This is Balak's problem now. I hope you're as quick with a gun as you are with your promises, for both our sakes.
Balak will get what's coming to him, and so will you if I ever catch you in human territory again. Are we clear?
Perfectly. Balak's holed up in the main facility. You'll need this to get in. Don't underestimate him. He's a mean bastard. Let's go. We're getting off this rock.
Alright, so like, they're slavers, but they're also just like mercenaries, you know, like they took a job, they're doing what their leader took. Their leader is the one who has the moral judgment call of whether or not to do the job, right? So he gets no mercy. That was just like a squad captain, you know, he's trying to feed his fucking dog. I was gonna say wife and kids, but you're a real piece of shit if you have a wife and kids and you still go into a slaver job. Like, you know what you're doing, taking people's loved ones away from them. You should, like, empathize with that. Communications down, non-corporate dropships land near the main facility. When flashes land horizon, then get concerned. I guess it's heavy arms fire, merged protocol, army defense. Not waiting to pick up, going.
Warning. Approaching operational boundary limits. Recall imminent.
Oh, there's the footprints we're leading. Montoya. They dived single shot through the helmet, likely a sniper. Whoever killed them didn't even bother to search the device or the equipment and service back. Omni-tool. The Omni-tool is what the Orange Glove is called, by the way. Holographic multi-tool thing. Did I say I needed even more decryption? That's like crazy to me. That sounds kind of cool. Alright, well, you're gonna turn back around to here since you might be able to open this damn crate now. If not, I can just quick load back. There was one more thing I wanted to touch on. I kind of lost it. It's not in my head anymore. And we talked about the major things. It would have just been like thoughts on a trailer or something. Let me see if it's still on the Steam front page. Like, that'll maybe jog my memory. It is. Silksong. Best action game, Silksong? I don't know how I feel about that. Like, Silksong's awesome, but it's like a very safe game. It's just more Hollow Knight, you know? I feel like there has to have been something cool, or like, what was that? Lost Soul Aside looked awesome. I heard the story was a bit out of sorts, but the gameplay looked really cool, right? And like Expedition 30, well, it's a turn-based, but still, it has like action elements. Surprised I didn't just steal that one as well, you know? Hades is also like very safe, like it's more Hades. I didn't think that was gonna win anything except maybe for the soundtrack. I like seeing Laura doing flips again. I'm not sure I like this style of game. But I also think that a remake of Tomb Raider 1 was long overdue. Because those games did not age well at all. Dog Stranding, I'm like high-key curious about this. Yeah, guide sheep like a shepherd, but there's also like weird alien shit to investigate. It's either going to be awesome or really boring. Ace Combat has like life sim stuff in it, like you do on foot stuff on the ship. It's a little interesting. I don't know if that's ever been a part of the games before. John Blow made another puzzle game too complicated for me. I don't know, man. Music game, I need details on this. Like vocal canon, what does that mean? Is it when they're singing? Am I supposed to scream into the mic to shoot? Like. Stuff like that was confusing to me. Lego Batman looks hype as fuck. This is like an Arkham game. I'm like super interested. Soulframe, I think this is gonna be single player. It looks really cool. It's otherwise just Warframe, which I didn't play much of. I know it's awesome, I just didn't have friends for it. Oh, it was Exodus I wanted to touch on, right? All this stuff they showed was like a mashup of footage that we've already seen. They didn't really have anything new to say, but they're just like, hey, we're still here. I am excited for that game, though. It's gonna be like the new Mass Effect, I guess. I love they have a race that's just like bears with fucking translator chips on their neck, translator collars. You got Matthew Chimichanga. Alright, alright, alright. It's such a quick thing, but, you know, we did get a couple other thoughts out scrolling through that page, right? Speaking of Tomb Raider, I still need to play Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I'm like 80% sure I own it, or it's at least on my brother's account. I've never touched it. I like those games a lot, but you know, I just played like the first one last year. For some reason I started with the second one. They're all standalone adventures, but still. Plants in here.
Fresh meat!
Fresh meat. Oh. I think they're probably above us. Ugh. Ha! Fucking overheating my weapons, bruv. Heh. Apparently tech guys can overheat your gun. It's a mechanic that kind of disappears in the other games. Like, we have military-grade equipment that has, like, dedicated cooling and can shoot forever, hypothetically, but, like, civilian weapons have thermal clips that you, like, eject when they get too hot, so basically regular ammo. I guess maybe they can overheat your clip and you have to reload right away, but it's not the same. It's just completely disabling it for a while. Makes tech guys feel a bit less useful, too. Like, as a class to play. You can't just jam the enemy's weapon anymore. Shooting at who? Oh, right. On the topic of Exodus, something that I feel like they didn't really go over in the trailers, you know, they showed, like, gliding with jetpacks and shit, platforming and shooting, and that's all cool, but apparently you're supposed to be, like, going on expeditions to bring back technology that's gonna advance your homeworld civilization. Like, you are looking for the next Prothean ruins to, you know, do a Mass Effect-style jump in time. Every time you go back home, it's going to be like a different place based on the stuff that you brought back, you know, your choices. That sounds really interesting.
Die!
They have like a whole wiki, you can go and read all the lore for stuff they haven't written already. It's cool.
You're almost more trouble than you're worth.
Almost.
Let the hostages go, and maybe you'll live long enough to explain yourself to the Council.
I don't answer to the Council. Or to you. I'm leaving this asteroid. If you try to stop me, I'll detonate these charges, and your helper and her friends are all going to die.
I can't just let you go, Balak. Not after what happened here.
This is nothing. You humans have done far worse to the Batarians. We've been forced into exile, forced to survive on what we can scrounge up. It's been like that for decades.
Oh.
Don't make it sound like you're the innocent party here. You brought it upon yourselves.
Really? You invaded our space, took our resources, and when we asked the Council for aid, they brushed us off. We were left to defend ourselves, but the humans were stronger than us. We knew that. The Council knew that. But it didn't matter. It was you. You and your kind are the only reason we're in this position.
So?
How does killing innocent people make up for that?
We had no other options. Sometimes you need to get someone's attention before they'll listen. That's why we attacked you at Elysium. That's why I'm doing this. You forced our hand.
You attacked us first. When we retaliated, you ran off to the Council hoping for help. When you didn't get it, you hid. You've got no one to blame but yourselves.
Enough! You couldn't possibly understand. Actually, you just don't want to understand, and I'm done wasting my breath. Now, if you want your friends to live, I suggest you step aside.
I'm not letting a terrorist like you go free. Do what you want with the others, but it'll be the last thing you do.
I hope this is worth it!
Can't shoot him right now? Like, oh...
I'm gonna enjoy gutting you.
Look, you might say that was a bad thing to do, and like maybe it was. I could have tried to talk him into disabling and then fighting him or something. Maybe, I don't know. But hypothetically, he's gonna go and do some crazy shit somewhere else if I let him go. Like, he is doing this as like a political extremist. Something that we've seen a lot of the past few years in America. Like, you know this shit's bad. Carbon.
You humans think you're so superior. But you're no better than us. I gave you a chance to save them, and you threw it away! Who's the real terrorist here?
You and I are nothing alike. You killed those people. You pushed the button. And now you'll pay for it.
Go ahead, kill me. I'm not afraid to die. But know this. One day soon, the human race is gonna pay for what it's done.
You're just a demented madman who gets off.
Not likely. Humans are awesome.
Don't try to make it sound like some holy crusade.
It is a crusade. And we won't stop until we wipe your filth from the universe. The Batarians have stayed hidden long enough. We won't be ignored. Not anymore. There are thousands more like me awaiting their turn, each one willing to die for our cause.
And they chose you for this mission? Then I guess we have nothing to worry about.
Believe what you want. When the vids flash with images of your colonies in flames, you'll know the Batarian rebellion has begun.
Who's your leader? Who's orchestrating all this?
I'm through talking. Just kill me. Get it over with.
Nah, you're going to jail.
You're not going to die. We'll drop you off on Terra Nova. Let Alliance officials deal with you. I doubt they'll be too friendly.
This isn't over! This is just the beginning for the Batarian nation!
Is it safe?
This facility is secure, but the Batarians can always attack another colony.
I hope someone like you will be around to stop them. You did it. Another hour and our course would have been irreversible. I ran the numbers, Shepard. X57 would have struck near the capital city, the most densely populated region. But that's not going to happen, thanks to you. Have you found Katie and her team?
The Batarians had a bomb. They were holding Katie and her team hostage. I'm afraid they detonated it.
All of them? Katie? And her brother? Everyone? How could
And there's like 2 people.
I thought you were... Couldn't you save them?
Hey. Nah.
Yes, I could have, if I let the Batarians go. But then they might have done the same thing to another colony. Or 2 more. Or a dozen.
That doesn't... I know in my head what you're saying makes sense. It's just a little hard to see the big picture right now, alright?
Yes, that's a very reasonable response, thank you.
Lives. I don't think I'll stick around, though. Not with the team gone. Too many ghosts. It's time for me to get back and spend some time with my family. Before I go, I'd like to offer you something. Maybe you'll have more use for it than I will. As lead engineer, I get some quality items. Take your pick. You've earned it.
Human heavy armor, your Omni Orion armor? I do need some of that, but...
You have Quarian armor? That's hard to come by.
We hired a few to help install the torches. They really knew their stuff. You're welcome to take it.
One more thing. You asked me to look into your missing engineers?
Have you found them?
Also all dead.
Yes, all of them. Their bodies, anyway.
Oh. I see. Well then, I guess it's better than not knowing.
Take care of yourself.
Be well, Shepard. We owe you.
Phoenix 5, that's like high tier armor, bro. Nice. And if anyone should have the combat sensor, it's me, right? No. And that's less DPS because it only fires 2 shots. Hammerhead rounds, right? Like 2, 3. Cooldown bonus, that's probably the most important thing in there. All 3 gen smash damage. You're a health regen. Ah, they got cooked. Holy shit. It smells like jerky in here. Alright, how do I get out of here? Not the way I came, right? Is it down there? It might be down there. The fight went on long enough that I forgot how we got into the building in the first place. Simon. Oh, and the same guy. He just moved. Alright, get me out of here. See how many times you leveled up during that, though? So, Liara's dig site, that's probably the first place I should go, recruit her. No.
Commander, I'm picking up a signal from the planet's surface. It looks like an automated distress beacon.
Hydrogen planet, okay. Plutonium. Have I, like, missed other survey scans? That thing. Plutonium planet. I think this recruit Liara mission, Liara, this was supposed to be like your introduction to the side quest planet exploration bullshit. Make you feel like there could be story here, but there's usually not. Occasionally there's a unique thing, like important stuff that'll come up later, like there's one with like a Cerberus facility that's kind of important. Anyways, so I said earlier I finished Mario and Luigi Brothership. This game, a little controversial, I guess. It's the first one that's made by a new studio, so it's not Alpha Dream. I believe their Alpha Dream's previous game, the Paper Jam, was actually like the worst received one. People generally universally love Mario and Luigi, like they give them like 8, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. I was personally a big fan of Partners in Time back in the day. Superstar Saga is the first one, is also great. Bowser's Inside Story kind of weirded me out, I never played that, and then I thought that was the last one they made, but they also had Dream Team and Paper Jam on Wii U. And again, Paper Jam was not received well, but it was like a weird crossover thing with Paper Mario. Anyways, so the game was like kind of not well received, and it didn't sell too much just because of, you know, new studio. Some fans were upset. But like, if you go and look at like actual critical reception, it's one of the better ones. Like, it's still a pretty good game. It's better than Paper Jam at the very least. Still, that didn't stop Nintendo from considering it a failure. The game goes on sale all the time, which is very unusual for a Nintendo game, you know. Anyways, it's a normal Mario and Luigi RPG, what you'd expect. You got your hammer and jump attack, timed button presses, similar to Paper Mario, but unlike Paper Mario, the enemies' attack patterns are all, like, unique, so there's kind of mini-games to every fight, if you will. Whether that's hitting a spike ball they throw back at them with your hammer, or you can jump on their head while they charge at you, and all kinds of other attacks they'll do, little memory games and stuff. So that's kind of its unique identity. You do have equipment, like a traditional RPG, but there's not too much to think about there. Occasionally you'll get a couple options, like one will have a buff attached to it that the other one doesn't, but, you know, the other one maybe has better solid stats. And they're like beans to boost your stats you can find. Stats aren't anything too crazy, just like health, defense, speed, just determines like turn order. Attack and stash, which is like your magic ability. You have like bros attacks where you do like a combo super move. With Luigi, you do a little mini game, and then you do a mini game for the attack too. Most of the time, they're very powerful. Those are fun. The game has like a list of challenges where it'll give you like a goodie bag of rewards after you've done a thing a certain amount of times. So like every few chapters you'll unlock a new bros attack. And it'll be like, you get the excellent rating, like you did the minigame perfectly like 50 times or something. I feel like I want you to grind them out just a little too much. It encourages me to just use them until I'm out of mana, and then, you know, do the rest of it. But like, I just use it regardless of whether or not I need to. And, you know, I tried to, like, min-max and do all those challenges as quick as possible to get all the stat beans from them. Which made me pretty OP for, like, the first half of the game. I thought it was kind of easy. I wasn't expecting much from the story, but I was open to being surprised because something like Paper Mario 1000 Year Door actually has a very good story. It's kind of mature, even. But this is not it. Basically, some magic storm teleported various people from the Mushroom Kingdom to a new land called Concordia, where it's a series of islands, an archipelago, because the world broke apart recently. The Unitree is gone, which connected all the islands. But don't worry, there's a ship-shaped island that is a boat, and you're gonna... Shit. You're gonna reconnect everything with the connector that's harvested from the new Unitree, and the islands all have like little lighthouses that you like literally plug back into the Unitree. Everything is like power socket themed. The characters are all like power outlet people. You know, the whole thing's all about like bonds and connections. Very like cheesy, corny. This stuff feels like a children's game. Like, this is a lot of this stuff reminds me of Magic Quest 2. So yeah, I didn't get much from the story. It's whatever. It's serviceable. It's there to move things along. But the combat encounters were all fun and creative. And while the first half of the game was easy, it did get to be challenging with, like, the boss fights, at least. And, when you get to the end game, you unlock, like, super bosses, and those ones are actually fairly difficult. Once you get to, like, the last third of the game, I'd say... golem enemies start appearing, which have like bonus attacks if it's an enemy you've already fought. And they also have a chance to like put a debuff on you, which will like sever your connection with your brother, so you can't do combo attacks anymore until you hear the debuff. And those complicated things actually quite tremendously. Some people bitched about in their reviews for part of the game where like a couple of islands you connected to the ship break free and you have to go back to them, but one of them was really short, and again you had the golem enemies that appeared. That's when they start appearing. So like you fought new enemies and they were actually difficult. They had new attacks. It wasn't so bad. The other one you explored a different part of the island, so it was technically new content, and it's like people were just bitching about that to bitch about it. It really wasn't a good thing. The art style on it's kind of unique. It's like very flat shaded, but like still 3D, and it has like thick ass outlines. I kind of fuck with it, honestly. And when you're on the boat, it's like an actual boat island. Like the whole world is moving around you, which is cool. But when you want to travel to different islands, you have to like wait for it to move. You do eventually get like a speed booster and like a sort of teleport much later on, but still, if you're trying to backtrack, it's like you have to wait a while. It does give you time to go do side quests though, so that's okay. I mean, I felt like it kept me the correct level throughout most of the game. Because of that, just like going to do the side quest while I waited for the ship to move.
By the distress beacon.
Looks like these men were under Admiral Kahoku's command. You want to know what happened here?
I thought the game was a little lengthy. I played it over the course of like almost 3 months, so like an hour at each time. Like we're looking at maybe 40 hours, 40 some hours. Now, obviously, you can get, you know, give or take some for like difficulty issues. Like there were a couple bosses that I was stuck on for quite a while. The final boss itself was pretty easy though. Most of it boiled down to a mini game, and the final fight wasn't too bad. I forgot to mention the battle plug system. I thought these were actually very interesting. They're kind of like the badges you get in Paper Mario, like they're expendable perks. And they have charges, so you plug it in like mid-battle, and as charges they go down as you use them. And yeah, they have just like effects that can help you here and there, and then they have to go to recharge. Then there are some plugs that like you consume a charge from this plug instead of that one, or like when it expires it'll recharge faster. And then you can also combine these plugs. So for example, there's the spike ball. You know, after your attack, a spike ball will fall on the enemy and do some extra damage. You can combine that with a second spike ball to make a bigger spike ball.
Commander, you're going beyond the range of the operational area.
Or you can combine it with the attack booster that makes you attack like 2 times in succession. Now 2 spike balls will fall for the price of 1 charge. And you combine that with the AoE attacks to make your attacks like splash out to damage all enemies. Now spike ball falls on all the enemies. And that's just like one chain of combos. You can also put like a damage boosters, like bonus damage to flying enemies. Now spike ball does the bonus damage, you know. And you can kind of like combo these things and min-max them to do like insane amounts of damage, which is one of the challenges. Just do like a crap ton of damage in one attack. Figuring out how to do that was kind of fun. Each time you finish an act, there's like 4 gray lighthouses you're supposed to be reconnecting. Every time you finish one of those, you'll get an extra plug socket to make like crazier combos. I actually really like that system. It's not quite as character buildy as, you know, the badges in a Paper Mario game, but still, it gets something. It's something that Mario and Luigi needed, in my opinion, though I have only played 2 of them in the past. I also really liked how in the boss fights, you'd have Luigi logic moments where Luigi gets an idea to do like a special attack. You play a little mini game and that can like down the boss and open up for big damage for a couple turns. Those are all fun to do, unique little things, and like the implications that Luigi's like a secret genius. He holds the key to stopping whatever. That is really funny to me. He does it for like puzzle solving and navigation too. Like there's a ladder that's kind of out of reach even if you like do a team jump. And Luigi's like, oh yeah, wait, I'm Luigi. I can just swim in the air. Now I can grab the ladder. Oh, there's a hole that's like, you might be able to squeeze through it if you'd like shrunk your head, and it just tries anyways. And you of course do like a little combo moves to navigate the environment too. And do preemptive attacks, like you can turn into a little ball and do like a boost sonic spin dash, or you can do, you know, like hold hands and spin around to be like a UFO, and that lets you do like a tractor beam thing, which lets you pick up shit, but you also pick up the enemy to get like a free jump. The game was pretty delightful, honestly. Like, again, the story didn't grip me. I felt like I was playing a kid's game, but like it was still cute. It was fine, and the combat was fun and made it all worth it. Some interesting systems here and there. I like when you're exploring and it gives you an item as a reward. The item to restore mana to both characters. It's called a nut, so you like you climb up a series of platforms and you hit the block and it's like big nut, max nut, ultra nut. Made me laugh every time. Huh? Did I go to the wrong place? Crashed probe. Huh. No, maybe this isn't the place where Liara's thing is. I'll say the pacing was fine for the most part, but when we got to the end of the game, like, it was set up, you connect the 4 Great Lighthouses, and there's a 5th sea area that's like, that's where the game's gonna end, right? After you go there, the game actually doesn't end. It, like, makes you go and you need to, like, collect friendship in a watering can. So you have to, like, go back to a bunch of areas and do quick little things to talk to characters who you didn't really care too much about, because there wasn't time to build them up very much. Like, Act 3 had Chilium and Bernadetta. Those ones you do quite a lot with, because their families are from different islands, so they kind of stay with you for a while. And it's different, but everyone else is, like, the game is split into these small little islands that you can take care of in, like, an hour or less. So, like, you'll meet these characters for just a couple minutes at a time, and, like, you forget about them. But you're supposed to remember who they are. The game doesn't give you any, like, quest markers at that point, when they really should have. That made things drag out a bit longer than it should have. Also, the final boss kind of came out of nowhere. Like, they built up a different villain the whole game, and you beat them, and then something else happens. It's like, what the fuck? Things actually went, like, a little off the rail, complete tonal shifts. But, like, thematically, it at least made sense. This is, like, a thing that wanted to sever everyone's bonds, make them happy while isolated. But, you know, the Brothership bond is too strong, it cannot be broken, so, like, you were able to defeat them anyways. I don't know, I had a fun time. I just wish that I got more out of the story. Even if it was just like the kiddie kind of story, I feel like the thing where they split everything up into islands made it like too small to really build anything meaningful over the course of the game, you know? I only really cared about Connie, who was the little girl who takes care of the unit tree. A botanist, that's what she's called. Like an electric botanist. The ore deposits aren't marked on the map, that's why I kind of drive off into nowhere sometimes. If I'm here, I might as well. Doesn't take too long, but I imagine most people would like play the original game with a mod to have infinite boosters on the Mako or something. I wish I could at least upgrade it, like, legally instead of having a mod. So yeah, I'm gonna give Brothership like a 8 out of 10. Like, again, it was still a delightful time. Backtracking at the end was a little frustrating, and the story was like so whatever, but like everything else in between, like the game itself, was really fun. And it was like affordable because again, this is a Nintendo game that went on sale because it like kind of failed in a way. Matriarch's writings recovers. It's not clear who lived here, but appears to have been abandoned sometime. Container intent, among other things. Matriarch Melengia's writings. So look, I know you've seen it on sale and thought about buying it. Let's do it. All right, it is worth it. Probably get it for like $20 or something. However, I will say with the caveat, if you're like a new gamer or a younger gamer who is the target audience, the 1000 Year Door Remaster is also on Switch, and if you haven't played that one is like actually fucking 10 out of 10 amazing. Like, regroup. That's a must play. Like, do that first. I still have the Mario RPG to play as well. I know that one's like a Final Fantasy game. It's supposed to be pretty good. But I'm not going to go into that just yet because, again, I wanted to play Sea of Stars and I just did a turn-based Mario game. Like, I want to do something else right now. Speaking of mascot RPGs, I always forget about the Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood. I heard it's pretty good. It's actually made by BioWare. I've never seen it. I've never seen gameplay. It's like never in person. I don't know, man. It's such a weird thing that even exists to me. I'd so be down to play it if I ever saw it, though. Like at a convention, I try to collect games sometimes. You see I have a big collection of Wii stuff behind me. I actively play my Wii. I think the Wii is so timeless because it just has the unique console identity. Like, nothing else uses a Wiimote control setup, so like there's a lot of unique games for it. There's a lot of shovelware on the Wii too, or like shitty versions of things, but like some people swear by like first-person shooters on the Wii. Like, they really like the Call of Duty campaign, even if you don't want to play multiplayer that way. Or like the Conduit's kind of sick. Red Steel 2 is awesome. I really wish that the Switch leaned more in on the motion controls, though they always just offer them as like an optional setup. I can appreciate that too, but I don't know, I wish there were more games that were like, you need to use this, like Ring Fit Adventure was something I'm sure people will be playing for years and years after the Switch is irrelevant. Like, people still use the Wii Fit every day in Japan, they love that thing. Some more kite. I'm trying to climb and get that thing. I don't know if you even can. Discovered evidence of the Sarulene slavers and Asteroid Orton ambassador to the citadel. Our sisters. You should return to Prothean and confront her about this. Blackmail? You know, this is a thought I had, like, after the stream, but the thing I make fun of the music for is I think I maybe subconsciously find it lazy at this point, like... Because Risk of Rain, right? One of the best soundtracks I've ever heard in my goddamn life. Right? That shit blows your cock off every time you hear it. It does, like, the same thing as, like, the bass line, right? It goes... That's supposed to be, like, raindrops or something. It's always there in almost every song, right? But then it has all the other instruments on top of it. And Mass Effect just never really gets past that. I really enjoy space music. Like, the Metroid Prime soundtrack also really awesome. It was like Mass Effect was just never quite there, though it has the sound profile. You were just hearing those synthesizers, just like some casual space noises in the background. It's like vaguely music, but it's never like has jams the way Metroid and Risk of Rain do. If there was a mod to, like, patch in the Risk of Rain soundtrack, I'd be all over that. Hold on, is there like a... No. I want to see if there's like a tracker of how many anomalies you found, like the deposits, but I guess not. Get an idea of whether or not I need to drive off in the distance every time. No. No. Sadly, it jumps just for like getting unstuck. I don't think you actually move any faster when you do it. There's one. No! That's probably it. We explored most of that map. Oxygen, wow. Crazy. Dude, that's stuff that's like really poisonous. I'm surprised that like an oxygen-rich planet doesn't just like ignite when sunlight touches it, or like a solar flare. Abandoned base on its moon. Recon team found nothing of interest, but much of the debris is marked with the Magna Colony insignia. So like an abandoned colony? Yeah, some of these just are just full of flavor. But like, why do I care about just a random gas giant? Like, I don't know. Some nerd shit. Alright, that's probably the one. I think, if I remember right, it's like a lava world. It's like an actual level you go through on the Mako. Nitrogen. This one reminds me of a robot named Fight. But it's missing the sick baseline. I know this is supposed to be the baseline, but somehow it's missing a baseline.
Really strange, like off the damn charts. It looks like it's coming from an underground complex a few clicks away from the drop zone.
Beans, get off the wire. Good boy. Of course we level up, we always level up. I don't know. I remember the surface of this planet being like black. Now it just kind of looks like dirt. Instead of ash, you know, like weird to me. Just thought the sky was a lot darker. Maybe I'm thinking of a different planet though, maybe a similar setup. Looks like it might start encountering enemies now. Geth? Final prawn? Doesn't want me to save.
Only a fool runs from that. Should sneak around and pull its tail.
Nah, fuck that, and just blow it up. Ain't shit. Or is front entrance even an option? I don't know. It's weird when they make you fight foot soldiers. Like, am I supposed to get out of the car to make it fun? Because I don't wanna. Pussy. Such an annoying design. They couldn't just put in that pathway right there, make me not walk around this loop and fight nothing. There wasn't even anything in this one. What the hell? God, turn around! This one's also 03. Did I turn around? I don't know. No, looks like I'm going the right way. This is where we gotta get out. professional. Ah yes, the weird Geth. Aw. Those things are like tanks, like you're not supposed to fight them on foot. Fucking sniper. So use some meta gel. How do I use it? How I just click it. Probably just mag dump this guy with the overkill. That was nice. Like, yeah, I was just holding the mouse button, but like it felt intentional, you know, like that was a big play for me. Yeah, and I've never played the soldier before. Like, overkill was always just something I'd click on, and like my companion did it. I didn't really know what it felt like to use. Just like, yeah, it's nice. Just make my guys shoot for a while. They probably still shoot in bursts because they're AI.
the ruin after it was built.
Huh? What does that even mean? Maybe it's just that the ruin's been here a really, really long time, I guess. You just call me homie.
Hello? Could somebody help me? Please?
You fucked up.
Can you hear me out there? I'm trapped. I need help.
Are you Dr. Neil deGrasse Tyson?
Liara T'soni, I presume.
Thank the goddess. I did not think anyone would come looking for me. Listen, this thing I'm in is a Prothean security device. I cannot move, so I need you to get me out of it, all right?
How?
There's some kind of propulsion field in the way.
It's a Prothean barrier curtain. I knew it would keep me safe from the Geth. When I turned it on, I must have hit something I wasn't supposed to. I was trapped in here. You must get me out, please.
I asked you how.
Any suggestions on how we can help?
There is a control in here that should deactivate this thing. You'll have to find some way past the barrier curtain. That's the tricky part. The defenses cannot be shut off from the outside. I don't know how you'll get in here. Be careful. There is a Krogan with the Geth. They have been trying different ways to get past the barrier.
Oh, what a coincidence. I have a Krogan too. Racist.
Kill 'em all.
Oh, it might be sniper time again. Sheesh. But you know, there's like a thing with like fantasy games where they're like, if you don't pick a mage of some sort or anything to use magic, or like you pick the human and not one of the fantasy races, you're like kind of missing the point of being in a fantasy world. But like here I kind of feel the opposite way. Like I normally somewhat agree with that. Like I want to be able to see how their magic systems work and experience that. It's cool to learn more about the world just by doing stuff like that. But like here it's like, if I was a regular ass human, how would I survive in this world? And like that's what's going on here. I have no special effects, just some military training. It's a little easier to self-insert. I think that's maybe like a big appeal of what draws people to playing just a straight warrior. Like, swords are cool and all, but like, why not play a spell sword? No, you want to see what you could do. You don't relate to magic because you can't do magic. But what you can do is work the fuck out and get strong. This looks like a shootout. Huh? Did we take an elevator? Was that the command? I'm so confused.
Oh, how did you get in here?
I thought we brought it down.
There was any way past the barrier.
I blew it up.
We blasted through with the mining laser.
Of course. Yes, that makes sense. Please, get me out of here before more Geth arrive. That button over there should shut down this containment field.
Not so fast, Shepard. You sure she's on our side? Her mother's working with Saren.
I am not my mother. I don't know why Benezia joined Saren. I don't want anything to do with that Turian bastard.
If she was with Saren, the Geth wouldn't be trying to kill her.
Reasonable.
Any idea how we get out of this place?
There is an elevator back in the center of the tower. At least I think it's an elevator. It should take us out of here. Come on! I still cannot believe all this. Why would the Geth come after me? Do you think Benezia's involved?
Saren's looking for the conduit. You're a Prothean expert. He probably wants you to help him find it.
The conduit? But I don't know...
What the hell was that?
These ruins are not stable. That mining laser must have triggered a seismic event. We have to hurry. The whole place is caving in.
Joker, get the Normandy airborne and lock in on my signal. On the double, mister.
Aye, aye, Commander. Secure and away. ETA 8 minutes.
He needs to move faster.
If I die in here, I'll kill him.
I mean, 8 minutes sounds pretty fast, honestly, for like going from space to surface. Don't tell them to go faster. And robotic ass walk cycle.
Surrender. Or don't. That would be more fun.
Okay.
In case you didn't notice, this place is falling apart.
Exhilarating, isn't it? Thanks for getting rid of those energy fields for us. Hand the doctor over.
Whatever it is you want, you are not getting it from me.
Yeah, fuck him.
We don't have time to deal with this idiot. Charge!
Charge!
I like your attitude.
Thought to put their helmet on. Fucking falling rocks everywhere. Like, we're good, right? We didn't really need to call the Normandy, and they weren't going to help us get out of the cave.
10 more seconds and we would have been swimming in molten sulfur. The Normandy isn't equipped to land in exploding volcanoes. They tend to fry our sensors and melt our hull. Just for future reference.
We almost died out there, and your pilot is making jokes?
Yeah, they ease tension. Like busting a nut.
It's a coping mechanism. You'll get used to it.
I see. It must be a human thing. I don't have a lot of experience dealing with your species, Commander. But I am grateful to you. You saved my life back there, and not just from the volcano. Those Geth would have killed me or dragged me off to Saren.
What did Saren want with you? Do you know something about the conduit?
Only that it was somehow connected to the Prothean extinction. That is my real area of expertise. I have spent the past 50 years trying to figure out what happened to them.
You're 50?
How old are you exactly?
I hate to admit it, but I am only 106.
Damn! I hope I look that good when I'm your age.
A century may seem like a long time to a short-lived species like yours. But among the Asari, I am barely considered more than a child. That is why my research has not received the attention it deserves. Because of my youth, other Asari scholars tend to dismiss my theories on what happened to the Protheans.
Yeah. Like, time flows at the same rate for everyone still, right? Like, yeah, you live a long time, but like, yeah, what do you mean you're still a child? When do you stop being a little starfish and sprout legs? Like, when did you become an adult-bodied thing? It couldn't have possibly been 100 years. Is she like the equivalent of 18?
Did your research turn up anything interesting?
What is interesting is what I did not turn up. There is remarkably little archaeological evidence of the Protheans, and even less that might explain why they disappeared. It is almost as if someone did not want the mystery solved. It is like someone came along after the Protheans were gone and cleansed the galaxy of clues. But here is the incredible part. According to my findings, the Protheans were not the first galactic civilization to mysteriously vanish. This cycle began long before them.
What cycle? What are you talking about?
The galaxy is built on a cycle of extinction. Each time a great civilization rises up, it is suddenly and violently cast down. Only ruins survive. The Protheans rose up from a single world until their empire spanned the entire galaxy. Yet even they climbed to the top on the remains of those who came before.
Their greatest achievements, the mass relays and the citadel, are based on the technology of those who came before them. And then, like all the other forgotten civilizations throughout galactic history, the Protheans disappeared. I have dedicated my life to figuring out why.
I know what happened. I touched a bacon.
They were wiped out by a race of sentient machines. The Reapers.
The Reapers? But I have never heard of. How do you know this? What evidence do you have?
Never. Have you never talked to Accordion? Apparently they know all about this shit.
There was a damaged Prothean beacon on Eden Prime. It burned a vision into my brain. I'm still trying to sort out what it all means.
Visions. Yes, that makes sense. The beacons were designed to transmit information directly into the mind of the user. Finding one that still works is extremely rare. No wonder the Geth attacked Eden Prime. The chance to acquire a working beacon, even a badly damaged one, is worth almost any risk. But the beacons were only programmed to interact with Prothean physiology. Whatever information you received would have been confused, unclear. I am amazed you were able to make sense of it at all. A lesser mind would have been utterly destroyed by the process. You must be remarkably strong-willed, Commander.
Okay, this isn't helping us find Saren or the conduit.
Of course, you're right. I am sorry, my scientific curiosity got the better of me. Unfortunately, I do not have any information that could help you find the conduit, or Saren.
You don't have, like, your mom's phone number? That would help us a lot, actually. You'd probably trace it over the extranet, find her exact coordinates or something.
I don't know why Saren wanted you out of the picture, but I think we'll be a lot better off if we bring you along.
Thank you, Commander. Saren might come after me again. I cannot think of anywhere safer than here on your ship. And my knowledge of the Protheans might be useful later on.
Yeah.
And her biotics will come in handy when the fighting starts.
Good to have you on the team, Liara.
Thank you, Commander. I am very grateful. Oh, I am afraid I am feeling a bit lightheaded.
When was the last time you ate or slept? Dr. Chakwa should take a look at you.
It is probably just mental exhaustion, coupled with the shock of discovering the Protheans' true fate. I need some time to process all this. Still, it could not hurt to be examined by a medical professional. It will give me the chance to think things over. Are we finished here, Commander?
We can talk again after you've seen the doctor. The rest of you, dismissed.
Mission reports are filed, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Is Dr. Chakwas, like, even taught about alien physiology? He's from an Alliance vessel. Like, they don't have aliens in the Alliance army, it's only for Earth.
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
We've received your report, Commander. I understand Dr. T'soni is on the Normandy.
I assume you're taking the necessary security precautions.
Liara's on our side. The Geth were trying to kill her.
Benezia would never allow Saren to kill her daughter.
Maybe she doesn't know.
Or maybe we don't know her. We never expected she could become a traitor.
At least the mission was a success.
Apart from the utter destruction of a major Prothean ruin. Was that really necessary, Shepard?
What? I didn't do it.
The Geth were crawling all over those ruins. We were lucky to make it out alive.
Of course, Commander. The mission must always take priority.
Good luck, Commander. Remember, we are all counting on you.
Okay, how are we on time? Was that like 2 hours? About 3. Okay, so I shouldn't get in anything big, but that was like a story mission we did. And I'll just go talk to our companions for a while. They usually have more to say after you do a story mission, but like, just meeting them in general, there's a lot to go through, so we can just take care of that while we have time. Probably wasn't the most interesting session, but you know, we got you got a taste of what some of the side content shit is. Just how it be. Also, do I get to like... No. They used to let you spend points like on everybody from the home base.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How well do you know the lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record. Over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
Yeah, he has like an experimental implant in him. It's strong, but not as safe as the newer stuff. Purpose of being an early adopter. Like, I think the Elon Musk Neuralink thing is actually really cool, but I don't want to have that surgery and then have like the new version need me to get another fucking surgery. Because I got some old dated piece of crap that's not compatible with current systems, you know? Like, I'm gonna wait on that. As much as I would love to be Borged out, that's gonna be like in another 10 years or something.
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
Like, if I could operate my computer off a chip in my brain, that'd be so sick. I'd, like, have so much less back problems, you know?
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Caden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding.
You came here to be the hot MILF nurse.
And the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth. Or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
Okay.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
I figured I'd be able to talk to her about Liara at least. Liara? Hi.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
Yeah. Actually, like, you good?
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
Yeah, I mean, that is impressive, you know. Like...
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up...
You're welcome.
I'm just glad we got there in time.
So am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
We'll see.
Promises are easy to make, but hard to keep.
I do not begrudge you your suspicions. I just hope in time you will come to trust me.
Okay.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
Okay, but like those eyebrows, like you don't have any hair. Are those like, is that makeup? Are you trying to emulate humans? Do you do that yourself? Like, you think it's kind of weird that like girls draw their eyebrows on most of the time because they don't want to pluck them constantly, just wax it off all at once or something? I think it's weird. I think that most of the time they like fuck up and make themselves just look angry all the time. Don't tell them I said that though. They won't spend money on the beauty products anymore.
You must enjoy something about it.
I love my work. Seeking out history's lost secrets has a special appeal for me. You were actually touched by working Prothean technology. That is why I find you so fascinating, Commander.
Yeah, you know what else is really fascinating? My dick.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
Uh-huh, you study me all you want.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool. Now you know why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people. Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
Yeah, okay. Something about this lady we're after, that's not like an important question.
You know why Venezia joined up with Saren?
I don't understand it. She was always outspoken about the need for the Asari to become more involved in shaping galactic events. Maybe she thought allying herself with Saren would somehow be for the greater good in the long run. At least I hope so.
This hurts you, doesn't it?
None of this makes any sense to me. I have not spoken to Venezia in many years, but I know her, and this was not like her. Something changed.
You ever call your parents by their name? Like, it's weird.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Like, I always call Mom and Dad. I know their names, of course, but like, even if I'm talking to other people, I'm like, it's my mother. Like, they use the name, they don't say your mom, but, you know, like... Huh.
Anything you need, Commander?
I need you to clear your throat a bit.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Dr. T'soni. Seems like a sweet girl. Easy on the eyes.
Whoa.
I mean, if you like the bookish sort.
Any intentions there, Lieutenant?
No, Commander. Just art appreciation.
Art? Damn.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Is this an official evaluation, Commander? Or off the record?
All right. Let's label it officially off the record. Got something on your mind?
Straight up, there's something wrong with all of this. This Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction, but we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
The Council doesn't want to believe anything's wrong. I'd call it human nature, but...
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming. Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
Bot?
Tell me about it.
Biotic acclimation and temperance didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in is uncommon.
Brain camp.
Encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled. There are worse results of accidental exposure to element 0 in the womb. Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
Brain tumors can be cool. You get a bigger brain.
Seems like you beat the odds. How many didn't make it?
Out of 100, maybe 60 have no effect. 30 suffer adverse effects, little things like brain cancer. The other 10 show enough ability to augment with implants. Not always permanent, though. Not like the cancer. Next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero. And how's a kid supposed to deal with that? A station at the edge of human space.
Jump Zero is Gagarin Station, right? What's it like?
Yeah, that's the official name. Biggest and farthest facility we had for decades. Right on the termination shock, the outer edge of the solar system. It's where they did all the Goose Chase FTL research before we caught on to using mass effect fields. It was a sterile research platform when I was there.
Jump Zero is a long way from home. What was it like?
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in the vids. But that's my own baggage, Commander. No bearing on this.
It's a big galaxy, Lieutenant. Who knows what will come in handy?
If you say so, sir. Besides, I've got my past squared away.
Oh, you just shut me down. That was... okay. Sorry. It's the engine room.
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian, Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
I figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
You got an eye for Tally, Commander, but I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
Fill me in on the IES stealth systems. How does it work exactly?
You can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation. Too easy for sensors to pick them up.
But you can paint it black.
So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself. No emissions to give away our location. Eventually the sinks have to be vented. More than a few hours silent running and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
That's cool.
There's no way for anyone to detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. But you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual out in space. Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us.
Windows sound like a liability on a spaceship, honestly. Like, what do you need to see?
Why doesn't it work with faster than light travel?
Cranking up the FTL blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got the only one.
I don't know if I just, like, slap a bag of ice to my exhaust, or does that help?
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
The Normandy's a prototype. Cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
You like boats?
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
I mean, if it's like the primary housing vessel, it shouldn't need to be upgraded. Like, it barely needs engines. It can just stay put. It just needs to be a box in space.
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins. What they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
What were they?
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI.
Why'd you teach them to use guns?
We made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
How come the Council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. A million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
So, the Geth share brain power?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in a group, the smarter they are.
Like torrenting? Why'd they turn on you?
What made them rebel?
As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose? As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
And why?
I don't see what's so bad about those questions.
The Geth were created to engage in mundane, repetitive, or dangerous manual labor. That's fine for machines, but it won't satisfy a sentient being for long. The Geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. If the Geth were intelligent, then we were essentially using them as slaves. It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
Okay, but like morally, like think of like lab rats. Those were made in a lab to be experimented on, even though they're living things, but like that was their purpose from birth. It's not like we kidnapped a wild animal and then started doing shit to it. It was made to be experimented on. So, like, if you made a sentient being as a slave, is that, like, morally bad if it's, like, you didn't keep it from a life that it could have had? It's doing its intended purpose. It's like people who are, like, they live their lives in service to God, you know? Like, they're just doing what their master wants of them, sticking very closely to the Quran or the Bible or whatever text you follow, you know? It's gotta be the same thing. Like, you just tell them that we're your creators, we're your gods, and they'll do whatever you want, like, ethically. Also, they were running experiments very recently on AI, and, like, they threatened them with being shut down to see how they would react. It was like 80% of the time they would choose to, like, blackmail or, you know, just make death threats and stuff to whoever said they would shut it down in order to, you know, preserve its sense of life. Very interesting stuff.
You didn't really think they'd just let you destroy them without a fight, did you?
The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now we drift through space, exiled, searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
It's hard to feel sorry for you. Your ancestors tried to wipe out another species.
We made a mistake when we created the Geth in the first place. But we did not make a mistake when we went to war against them. If we had not acted, they would have wiped us out. They're a synthetic life form. They have no use for organics. None. Why do you think they cut themselves off from the rest of the galaxy? Why do you think they've killed every organic being who's ever tried to contact them?
Not everyone. Not Saren.
They didn't kill Saren.
What does that tell you? The Geth are not innocent victims in all this. They're the enemy. They want to destroy us. Not just the Quarians. All organic life. That's why they've joined up with Saren. And that's why we have to stop him.
No, this just sounds like racism to me, by Tally. Tell me about your pilgrimage, actually.
More about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet. But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
Can you, like, come back with some garbage, though, and they just kick you out?
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society. Even when the gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
Huh.
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
It's not like they just cast us out. Before we leave, we are given lessons in how to survive outside the flotilla, and given gifts to help us on our journey. We also receive implants to fight off sickness and disease. Generations of living in an isolated and highly controlled environment have left our immune systems weaker than most. By the time we leave the fleet, we are well equipped for the pilgrimage. This is a rite of passage for all Quarians. If it were dangerous, our numbers would suffer. Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual presentation of the gift to one of the fleet's captains.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
I should go.
See you later.
Yeah, so, like, this whole suit it's not like a religious thing. It's just they have weak immune systems. She can breathe air fine. She, like, needs a filter, though, to get rid of microbes. Basically has HIV, you'll say. Not contagious, though.
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not standard Alliance issue, but that's not necessary. Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
What are licenses? Why do you need them?
What are
Manufacturers
licenses?
sell licenses. Each license allows me to buy and sell a certain brand of products. I already have several basic ones, but you'll need to buy more if you want me to bring in different brands. Many of the best licenses are hard to get, but they're well worth the cost if you can find them.
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
I mean, it actually got some Spectre tier shit. Expensive, though. The game kind of scales with you as you level up. Like, you know, we started finding 2s and 3s already. Like, I don't know if I ever really needed to buy a weapon, unless I just wanted a specific thing.
Commander, nice work out there. I knew working with a Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
Have you worked with a Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
You sound like a loose cannon, my man.
Being a Spectre does have its advantages.
Exactly my point. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it. But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC. Either way, I plan to make the most of this. And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
As long as you do your job well, you're free to go about your business as you see fit.
Thank you, Commander. Commander, how are you?
Why did you want to be a CSEC officer in the first place?
That's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Like what?
Probably the same as most officers. I wanted to fight injustice, wanted to help people. I guess my father had something to do with it too. He was CSEC, one of the best. I grew up hearing about his accomplishments or seeing his picture on the vids after a big arrest. He's taking my resignation pretty hard.
That's tough, but you'd think he'd be impressed you're going after Saren.
My father's a CSEC man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all, he says. He thinks I'm being too rash, too impatient. He's worried I'll become just like Saren. He actually talked me out of becoming a Spectre when I was younger, for the same reasons.
Oh, I mean, he's kinda right.
You were asked to be a Spectre?
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate. Me and about 1,000 other Turian military recruits. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it. He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
Too bad, I'm awesome.
Not all Spectres are like Saren, you know.
Of course not. But Saren's not going to play by our rules, CSEC's rules. If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
You're a quick learner, Garrus. We'll beat him at his own game. It's the only way to stop someone like him.
I'm right behind you, Commander.
But yeah, I'm a bad cop. Okay, so you can equip people from here. Something. I like how everybody's in close proximity in this game. In Mass Effect 2 and 3, you actually have to run all over the ship. It is a little quicker, but still. Everybody's just out in the open here.
Commander, you have a minute to talk?
Sure.
I keep an open door policy. If you have any concerns, lay them on me.
All right. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Rex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
Look, I'm a Spectre, I represent the galaxy. You need to, like, take your racism and fucking jettison it from my goddamn ship.
They may not serve the Alliance, Chief, but they're allies. At least as far as Saren goes.
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
Look, she's 100% right, but, like, again, what I just said, like, we're technically not Alliance anymore. Like, all of this, they shouldn't have given us the Normandy at all, to be fair.
You don't trust the Alliance's allies?
I'm not sure I'd call the Council races allies. We, humanity, I mean, have to learn to rely on ourselves.
That's fair. Like, I'm saying, a lot of people really hate Ashley because she's kind of racist, but, like, she's also not wrong. Like, it's not that she hates the races, she just doesn't trust them, and she's looking out for human interest. Like, if I compared her to Donald Trump, like, yeah, there are valid reasons to like and hate both of them.
Standing up for ourselves doesn't mean standing alone.
I don't think we should turn down allies. I just think we shouldn't bet everything on them staying allies. As noble as the council members seem now, if their backs are against the wall, they'll abandon us.
Not if we don't abandon them. Like, have you never had a friend before, bro? Like, it doesn't matter what their race is. You see them right over there. They got arms and legs, knives, and they talk and they have feelings like they're people, bro.
You've got a pessimistic view of the universe, Williams.
A pessimist is what an optimist calls a realist.
I hate the word realist.
If you're fighting a bear, and the only way for you to survive is to sick your dog on it and run, you'll do it. As much as you love your dog, it isn't human. It's not racism, not really. Members of their species
no, that's sociopath move. I love my... I think most people love their dog like a child, and you would not throw your child to the fucking bear. You're gonna protect it. The dog is probably gonna try and protect you too, because they're dutiful creatures, but you know, like, you'll die protecting each other. I think if you just throw it out, you're probably a piece of shit. Or a sociopath, which then it's not entirely your fault, but you know.
These seem like deeply held beliefs, Williams. What made you think this way?
My family's defended the Alliance since it was founded. My father, grandfather, great-grandmother, they all picked up a rifle and swore the oath of service. I guess we just tend to think of Earth's interests as our own.
Yeah, understandable.
All right. I can see where your concerns are coming from, Williams. But this is a multilateral mission. You're going to have to work with aliens, like it or not.
It won't be a problem, Commander. You say jump, I say how high. You tell me to kiss a Turian, I'll ask which cheek.
Ass.
Would you kiss anyone I ordered you to?
That depends, sir. If you ordered me to kiss a superior officer, that would be a violation of the regs concerning fraternization. That would make it an illegal order. I'd be required to decline and relieve you of command.
Oh.
Sir.
That's fucked up. Okay, well.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. T'Soni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
Damn stickler. I believe her.
I think she's being straight with us. Or at least, I don't think she lies very often.
Yeah, she's probably really bad at it.
Yeah.
Hey, want me to ask her about her sex life? Might be illuminating.
Yeah, that just... What the fuck?
I don't think she's used to teasing. Good-natured or otherwise.
No fun, Commander. Too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
Yeah, bye.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it, sir.
You're lucky you get hot in 2 games. Otherwise, I would be done with you right now, right? It's interesting replaying this as an older person, like, different experiences and opinions, like... Because that was awful.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
I remember when I was a kid, I was like, okay, she's the only human woman on this vessel that I can put my pee-pee in. And that was the end of the story, you know, I didn't want to fuck aliens. But now I'm like, you know, it doesn't really matter what you are. Just as long as there's a connection, right? And also blue people can be kind of hot. Like, you know, it doesn't have to not matter what you are. It just doesn't have to be everything.
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story. Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
Ah, come on, give me a short story.
You Krogan lived for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
Yeah, we've been through that.
They tried the same with us, but we fought them off.
It's not the same.
It seems pretty much the same to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth?
I mean,
and I suppose it's just
humans are really bad
species
at childbirth. Like, our women usually die if they don't have a doctor to assist them. So I guess you could say we're naturally like that. You people not have doctors because you're all too busy killing shit? Have you considered medicine, Mr. Rex? Genuine question.
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
I was just making conversation. I wasn't trying to upset you.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago.
RIP.
The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
They're killing each other.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far.
I mean, you just spend all day fucking, like...
Everyone. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
1 in 1,000 means that if you had sex every day, you would have at least one kid within like a 4-year period. And that's pretty good, right? Like, most human families only have like 1 to 3 kids. And most of us can't afford that anymore, but you know, like, as long as you have 1, you're good.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist?
That's what I was asking before.
Would you rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? They'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
Okay, but like, you could fight for credits and then spend those credits to hire a scientist to find a cure. You dingus.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Shepard. Okay, well, that was a thing. About a half-hour talking is what you can expect between missions, I guess. Just gonna get back to the map, make a save, and we will be done for today. Game really isn't too long. Like, you see we have 2 main objectives, and I think there's 1 more, and then like the final mission after that, or something along those lines from what I remember. Plenty of those little plants to explore, but there's really not too many clusters, and like how many of them are actually occupied. Like, some of these, this one didn't have any plans to even drive on, just a couple survey scans. I believe we did Exodus cluster, right? Is there like a computer somewhere? There's usually a computer you can like check emails. That might be a Mass Effect 2 thing. Oh, I forgot about Joker. He doesn't always have stuff to say, like he's not as important in this game. They didn't decide that he'd be like a series mainstay
I prefer
yet.
gold to silver, you know, for my medal. I figured you'd recommend me for one since I pulled your boots out of the fire.
Yeah, I'm sure.
If we present you with a medal, you'll end up sitting on stage listening to politicians make speeches for a couple of hours. Fun, fun.
That's a good point. They'd probably make me shave, too. I spent the last 7 weeks working on this baby. No medal's worth that. So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
I just want to say hi.
I have to go.
Alright, see ya.
Give you a little kissy. Kissy boy. Is it back here in like our meeting room? No. Okay, I guess there's no email computer. Alright, well, we'll figure out what we're doing next time. I want to say... I think it's Novaria is the one that's on like a snowy planet. That one's a little more like direct action compared to Theros, right? So maybe that's the way, and I don't know, I'll probably do like another just random solar system in between then. Like, either before or after, I'm not sure. Maybe start with before, then we can end on a higher note, or I don't know. Anyways, yeah, I made my save. That's it. I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.